Welcome to our YouTube channel, dedicated to all things science, space, and NASA. Dive into the latest discoveries, mind-bending theories, and groundbreaking missions exploring the cosmos. Stay informed with exciting updates on space exploration, astronomical phenomena, and the incredible work of NASA scientists and engineers. Join us on a journey to unlock the mysteries of the universe and fuel your curiosity about the final frontier. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for our weekly updates.
Devil Comet, Comet 12P Pons-Brooks set to mesmerize skywatchers with celestial displays. The Devil Comet, Comet 12P Pons-Brooks, is traversing our solar system at a remarkable pace, capturing attention with its vibrant green hue. It has recent outbursts and an asymmetrical appearance resembling demonic horns. The Virtual Telescope project has captured stunning visual displays of the comet. New Delhi, the Devil Comet, or Comet 12P Pons-Brooks, is currently traversing our solar system at a remarkable pace, capturing attention with its vibrant green hue. With an orbit spanning approximately 71 years, it is now at its most visible point, drawing interest from numerous scientific publications. This fast-moving green comet is hurtling towards Earth, zipping past the nearby Andromeda galaxy as it does so. This cosmic event promises to offer captivating photo opportunities. Moreover, an upcoming live broadcast will enable viewers to witness the comet's passage alongside our neighboring spiral galaxy in real time. What is the Devil Comet? The Devil Comet, formerly designated as Comet 12P Pons-Brooks, is a celestial object currently making a remarkable journey through our solar system. It has garnered attention due to its striking green hue and recent outbursts, including one in 2023, marking its first explosion in nearly 70 years. These explosive events have left the comet with an asymmetrical appearance, resembling a pair of demonic horns, hence its popular moniker, the Devil Comet. While the comet's last visit to the inner solar system was in 1954, its current journey promises to captivate skywatchers worldwide with its celestial theatrics. Despite its distant nature, being about 21 light-minutes away from Earth, it has already treated stargazers to stunning visual displays, with the Virtual Telescope project releasing several images of the comet. Despite its highly inclined orbit, ensuring it will never intersect with Earth's path, Comet 12P Pons-Brooks continues to enthrall with its cosmic beauty and intriguing behavior. NASA's astronomy picture of the day explains. The Devil Comet, Comet 12P Pons-Brooks, was observed sharing a telescopic view with Vega, the brightest star in the northern constellation Lyra, on 4th December. Despite being much fainter than Vega and located about 25 light-years away, the comet was just 21 light-minutes distant from Earth at the time. In recent months, Pons-Brooks has experienced sudden outbursts, causing significant increases in its brightness. Due to its horn-like appearance, it has earned the nickname Devil Comet. Additionally, enthusiasts of interstellar spaceflight have remarked that the distorted shape of its central coma resembles the Millennium Falcon spacecraft. This Halley-type comet's last appearance in the inner solar system was in 1954, and it is set to make its next closest approach to the Sun, known as perihelion passage, on 21 April 2024. Interestingly, this date falls just 2 weeks after the path of a total solar eclipse crosses North America on 8 April. However, the orbit of Comet 12P Pons-Brooks is highly inclined to the ecliptic plane of the solar system, ensuring that it will never intersect with Earth's orbit. Where can you watch the Devil Comet? The brief explanation about Devil Comet. Watch out seriously. Astronomer Gianluca Masi, creator of the Virtual Telescope project, is gearing up to offer a live stream of Comet 12P's flyby. The broadcast is scheduled to kick off at midnight, IST, on 13th March. Unfortunately, a previously planned streaming event slated for 10th March had to be called off due to unfavorable weather conditions in Masi's location. Nevertheless, the Virtual Telescope project has already treated enthusiasts to a visual extravaganza with several images of the comet released to the public. In 2023, the comet experienced its first explosion in nearly 7 decades. This dramatic event left the comet with an irregular shape resembling a pair of demonic horns, leading to its popular nickname, the Devil Comet. As it continues its cosmic journey, the comet is poised to mesmerize skywatchers worldwide with its celestial displays. The TOI Science Desk stands as an inquisitive team of journalists, ceaselessly delving into the realms of discovery to curate a captivating collection of news, features, and articles from the vast and ever-evolving world of science for the readers of the Times of India. Consider us your scientific companion, delivering a daily dose of wonder and enlightenment. Whether it's the intricacies of genetic engineering, the marvels of space exploration, or the latest in artificial intelligence, the TOI Science Desk ensures you stay connected to the pulse of the scientific world. At the TOI Science Desk, we are not just reporters, we are storytellers of scientific narratives. We are committed to demystifying the intricacies of science, making it accessible and engaging for readers of all backgrounds. Join us as we craft knowledge with precision and passion, bringing you on a journey where the mysteries of the universe unfold with every word. Here's how to see Horned Comet 12P Pons-Brooks in the night sky this month. Video. This year, 12P Pons-Brooks will arrive at perihelion on 21st April, but it is already up to its old tricks regarding sudden flare-ups in brightness. A combination of 5 120-second exposures taken by the Virtual Telescope Project facility in Manciano, Italy on 5th March showing Comet 12P Pons-Brooks, bottom right, and the Andromeda Galaxy. Image credit, Gianluca Masi Virtual Telescope Project. You might get a chance to catch sight of a comet this month. All you'll need to see Comet 12P Pons-Brooks, besides fair weather and a little luck, are good binoculars or a telescope and sky map to help guide you to where this celestial vagabond happens to be. The comet bears the names of two of the most renowned comet hunters of all time. First, let's talk about how it was discovered, then, how much we know about it from an historical standpoint, and then finally, when and where you should look for it. The discoveries, Jean-Louis Pons, 1761 to 1831, was a French astronomer who went on to become the greatest visual comet discoverer of all time. In today's world, comets are routinely found when they are far out in space, beyond the ability of being picked up by human eyes, but are caught using robotic cameras attached to large telescopes either here on Earth or from satellites out in space. In contrast, Pons made most of his discoveries using telescopes and lenses of his own design. His Grand Chercheur, Great Seeker, was an instrument with a large aperture and short focal length, similar to telescopes that our modern-day amateurs would refer to as a comet seeker. Pons is noted today for visually discovering 37 comets, still a record, from 1801 to 1827. One of those discoveries came on 12 July 1812. When first sighted, Pons described it as a shapeless object with no apparent tail, but over the next month, the comet became bright enough to be dimly visible to the naked eye. On 15 August that year, it reached its peak brightness at 4th magnitude. Magnitude indicates an object's degree of brightness. The lower the figure of magnitude, the brighter the object. The new comet also possessed a split tail measuring approximately 3 degrees. Orbital calculations suggested that Comet Pons was periodic, taking somewhere between 65 and 75 years to circle the Sun. On 2 September 1883, British-born American comet observer William R. Brooks, 1844 to 1921, accidentally found it. Like Pons, Brooks was a prolific discoverer of comets. In fact, his total of 27 visual discoveries is second only to Pons. Not until the first orbital calculations of Brooks' discovery was made, was it realized that this comet and the comet found by Pons of 1812 were one of the same. So, this comet now bears the surnames of both observers. With an orbital period of roughly 71 years, comet Pons-Brooks is considered to be a Halley-type comet, that is, a comet with an orbital period between 20 and 200 years, often appearing only once or twice within one's lifetime. Other comets with a similar orbital period include 13P Olbers, 23P Brosen-Metcalfe, and the most famous of all, 1P Halley. Because it was the 12th comet to have a definitive orbital period calculated, it is catalogued today as 12P Pons-Brooks. Past performances. That 1883 to 1884 apparition of 12P Pons-Brooks was quite favorable because it made its closest approach to Earth of 58.6 million miles, 94.3 million kilometers, on 10 January 1884, just 16 days before it passed closest to the Sun, perihelion, at a distance of 72.5 million miles, 116.7 million kilometers. During this time frame the comet reached third magnitude and in binoculars displayed a tail measuring some 20 degrees in length. It also seems that whenever this comet arrives at perihelion in late fall or early winter, is when it puts on its best displays. In 2020, German astronomer Max Meyer demonstrated that the appearance of a naked-eye comet mentioned by the Chinese in November 1385, and another that was observed by an Italian astronomer in January 1457 were probably relatively bright apparitions of 12P Pons-Brooks. And there is some evidence that an ancient record of a bright comet dating back to 245 AD might also have been 12P. Also, of special interest in 1883 to 1884 was that, on a few occasions, this comet seemingly was prone to sudden outbursts or flare-ups in brightness, helping to brand it as a famously capricious comet. In fact, en route toward its next return to the vicinity of the Sun in May 1954, 12P Pons-Brooks experienced 4 more unexpected outbursts. But at its closest to the Earth that year, the comet was more than 2.5 times farther away compared to 1884 and so it was not as bright or as impressive, peaking at magnitude plus 6.4, near the threshold of naked eye visibility, and producing a tail that measured only a half degree in length. Flare supply. This year, 12P Pons-Brooks will arrive at perihelion on 21st April, but it is already up to its old tricks regarding sudden flare-ups in brightness. Last 20th July, an unexpected brightness outburst caused it to briefly become about 100 times brighter and, the shell of expanding gas surrounding its nucleus, called the coma, expanded to resemble, for some, a horseshoe. Others, however, suggested a horseshoe crab, the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars, the cartoon character Yosemite Sam, or even, as many news media outlets christened it, the horns of a devil, aka the Devil's Comet. Other outbursts occurred on 5th October, November 1st and 14th December and most recently on 18th January. And additional flares seem possible as we move through this month. The exact cause of these flares is unknown, although Richard Miles of the British Astronomical Association thinks 12P may be one of 10 to 20 known comets with active ice volcanoes. The magma is a cold mixture of liquid hydrocarbons and dissolved gases, all trapped beneath a surface which has a consistency of wax. These bottled-up volatiles can explode when sunlight opens a fissure. For this reason, some have dubbed 12P as a cryovolcanic comet. Tracking the comet. From now, through the end of March, 12P Pons-Brooks will be visible in the early evening sky, within the constellation of Andromeda the Princess, to the upper left of the Great Square of Pegasus and hovering about 20 degrees above the west-northwest horizon at the end of evening twilight. From 25th February to 5th April, comet 12P Pons-Brooks will take a track from north of the Great Square of Pegasus to Aries the Ram, One of the best times to spot the comet with your naked eye will be at the end of March, when on the evenings of March 30th and 31st it will be passing very close to the second magnitude star Hamal. Image credit, Seiichi Yoshida. With the aid of a good sky chart and a dark sky, it should be readily accessible in binoculars. Its apparent night-to-night motion will now be accelerating as it draws nearer to the sun. By mid-month, it will have shifted into Pisces, the fishes, now perhaps a sixth magnitude object. It should be a fine sight for binoculars. And by the end of March, it may brighten to fifth magnitude, reaching naked eye visibility against the backdrop of the zodiacal constellation of Aries. By now, a short tail may also have formed. Thereafter, the comet will disappear into sunset glow during April and will arrive at perihelion on 21st April at a distance of 72.6 million miles, 116.8 million kilometers. 12P Pons-Brooks passes 22 degrees northeast of the Sun in mid-April, but then will fade very rapidly and largely become an object for Southern Hemisphere observers. It will have probably dropped to 6th or 7th magnitude by the end of May and 8th or 9th magnitude by the end of June. Future flares and the solar eclipse. There has been some talk that should 12P Pons-Brooks undergo another flare-up in the coming weeks that it might